Hey guys, so in this video I'll be showing you how I do my 90s and what I think is the simplest and most consistent way to do them. You guys have probably seen most variations of 90s. There's EU 90s, there's Metro 90s, and then there's the normal way, which is the way that I do them. Your clockwise 90s. Now, while these 90s are the way a majority of people do them, I see a majority of people doing them wrong or not optimally. Some of the most common mistakes I see are jumping too late so you Harry Potter yourself, which is just when you get stuck into your ramp, placing a floor above your head because you're not looking far down enough, or jumping into your walls and losing momentum for the next 90. So let's get into the correct way to do them. At a basic level, movement is just a clockwise rotation of walls until I'm looking down, then I'll jump, place a floor, and then a ramp. You'll want to master the basic movement and which keybinds to press before you can expect to do it fast. When looking down, you don't need to look all the way down, but just enough so that you'll never place a floor above your head, so you guys can experiment where that is and where you feel comfortable doing it. This whole movement should be fluid and cyclical after you get practice for it. Once you get that down, try to do a full 90 and a ramp out at the end before you move on to double and triple 90s. Practice these slowly and exactly as I'm doing it. Then, go to double 90s. It should look something like this slowed down. Make sure that as you finish the ramp on your first 90, you're continuing the circular motion above you with a wall. So when you move and jump to the second 90, you have already finished placing the walls. An important tip is that you should only be holding W the entire time in terms of your moving keys. So never press A or D at all. So now I'll show you guys a full triple 90 with the keyboard cam, which you guys can see in the bottom left corner of the screen. If you look at what buttons I press, it's the same exact order we talked about. On the mouse you can see I'm making a clockwise circular rotation with my walls, which is my Q keybind. Then I jump, press space, place a floor, which is my F keybind, and then a ramp, which is my mouse side button. And then I do the whole motion again so that my hand should be continually doing the same motion 2 or 3 times depending on how many 90s I want to do in a row. Another important tip is that you should never be hitting into your walls, as that will slow down your momentum. So notice I come close but never hit into them. Also notice that on my mouse I'm holding down turbo build the entire time. I unfortunately don't have a hand cam for it, but the motion is exactly the same as Eric Triceps, which you guys can see here. My hand does the same exact motion, 3 circular swipes off to the right. This may be a little hard for people with smaller mouse pads, but just realize I also do play on a really low sensitivity, which is 0.11 Sens and 400 dpi. So just test it out on your mouse pad and see what adjustments you have to make in terms of Sens. If you're looking for a set practice routine to master it, I definitely suggest starting slow and mastering getting 190 down, and then you can move on to 2 or 3 in a row. So overall my biggest 3 tips are these. 1. Only hold down W. 2. Never hit the wall or slow your momentum. And 3. Jump only after you finish building the walls. So if this video helped you guys out, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. This video shout out goes to Squirtle, who used my code itsJerian in the Fortnite item shop. So that's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.